Hey, great Wednesday evening. It is a beautiful evening in the city of Brownsville, and I'm going to guess that it's a beautiful evening in the city of Kingsville.
Yes,
Right?
it's slightly cool.
And today is Veterans Day, but we still wanted to come on and thank all our veterans out there who have served, individuals who have lost a loved one in the military, who have sacrificed for us to enjoy the freedoms that we have, and
That's
also,
Memorial Day.
huh?
That's Memorial Day.
Same thing, and also to everyone that's in the military right now. It's all the same. Let's see.
Not
Good
veterans, it's not.
evening, good evening, Joe. Hola, buenas noches. Buenas noches, he said. And tonight, guys, we are going to have a very short show tonight. It shouldn't be more than 30 minutes because it is Veterans Day. It is Veterans Day, right?
Not Memorial Day, Veterans Day. You think of that today, or
Let's
you
thank,
welcome them home.
let's thank everyone today.
Yeah, I'm thankful.
And again, guys, today, very honored to have with me Elizabeth Ramos. Elizabeth Ramos is very, very well known amongst us here in Brownsville. She was a parent of one of our Homer Hanna High School students, and
Woohoo!
was also one of our regulars on some of our first shows, I would say. Uh,
I
you
was
know,
about to say that, man. I was like your first groupie on your show.
I consider Elizabeth's daughter my own. I love her. I love her, and I'm always following. I'm stalking her Facebook page to see what she's doing next. Let's just not tell her that. No, I love her.
Okay,
She's been always been very, very good to me, and I've adopted her as my daughter too. Or
you're
that,
cool with that.
or I could be that crazy uncle.
Yeah, you could be. Ooh, I was in your parade, uh, um, and we were, I guess, nearing the end, right? And I just remembered that right down the street was Krispy Kreme. So I told my husband, I was like, go left instead. Get me some. So I totally left it to get Krispy Kremes before we left.
Hey, Krispy Kreme,
I felt so bad, but I'm sorry. I haven't had a Krispy Kreme donut in like a year.
that's okay. I think I can forgive you. Good evening, David. Good evening, Pete. Elizabeth, got a hankering for doing a lot of blogging up there in Kingsville. Started a blog called Cookie Kingsville.
Yes,
And
not Kinky Kings, but Cookie Kings.
Cookie,
Oh goodness,
yeah, that's what I said.
Roman.
Cookie Kingsville.
Yeah, it's kooky. Because when I
Cookie.
got here, things were just a little odd to me, in the good ways and bad ways, like all towns. But I started the page because there's like, unlike Brownsville, there wasn't much in the newspaper, or I was slowly dying, and I didn't know where things were or when events were happening or where to go for what. So I started the page and I started sharing information. I guess kind of like you started doing your lost pets and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, it kind of gained traction. I'm glad I could help Kingsville for a while, but they need to start doing things on their own.
Yes. Well, again, I did follow your page, and I saw that you were getting very, very involved in a lot of the things that were concerning to you as a parent of someone who was attending Kingsville ISD, and also as a citizen, a resident of Kingsville, since y'all moved up there what, like 2 years ago, no, a year and a half,
2 years ago. Yep.
two
About 2 years ago.
Yeah, and
Yep.
that's one of the things. In case people don't know, then Elizabeth decided to run for school board up in Kingsville, also running for place five. And of the two people here, one of them actually is got elected for the school board.
Yep. Swearing is tomorrow. I'm super excited. I've been to every darn board meeting for over a year, and I've seen what goes on, and so I'm ready for it.
It's
Oh God. Hey Ray.
It is awesome. Let me tell you, I was so excited when I heard, and when you when I texted you and you sent me that you was a landslide. I was going like, "Damn."
I thought it was gonna be neck to neck. I thought I was have to fight that because my opponent was born and raised here and has been a board member for 4 years. So here comes, little Miss I know it all and I'm high and mighty on my horse. You know, I've been here for less than 2 years and I just nabbed a spot on the school board and I really hope that I can, you know, help.
Oh, you will. I know. I have faith that you will. One of the things that I think that you and I have in common is that we care about the community that we live in. Uh, Not only care about the community that we live in, but I think that we uh, we want to be active. We want to ask questions. We want our questions answered. And I think that's one of the things where we feel that our elected officials in our city have failed us. And but what is the reason? Why did you decide to run?
Um, well, let me just put it this way. I started a business a long time ago and I ran into a wall and I was like, not going to take that crap because that's just me. I don't like the answer no because I think all things are possible. And when you grow up and you mature, you find out that there's people that represent you. And, and you have to formulate or form, excuse me, relationships with some of these people so that you can get the help you need. No one wants to buy a house and then 2 years later, like, a strip club opens up across the street. So you have to be involved in what's going on in the processes where you live. So you know what's going on if you ever need to say anything, or be a part of the process or help in any way. And when I came down here, I, was dropping off my son at school, and I almost ran over kids. I mean, I saw kids all over the place, and I said, "There's no system here for safety for these kids." And I just started going to the board meetings to find out what in the world's going on. Because when I started to ask, you know, why isn't this being done this way, I just kind of got blown off. So I just went to the board and I tried to speak to them, and I was talking to the superintendent here and had meetings with her. And then I try to introduce myself to board members, just say hi. I'm a concerned, parent that's here, and I want to help you or be involved in whatever way I can. And I've got, how do you say? They didn't like me so much. They didn't like that I was verbal and being open and kind of, I guess, in your face in a way. And I went to one of the board members and I said, "Hi, I sent you an email. Did you receive it?" Said, "Oh, I don't do email." And I was just like, "Okay, well, how can I contact you?" He's like, "Well, find me in the phone book." And I was like, "Really? Did you just really say that to me?" "Okay, I'll find you in the phone book." So I grabbed the phone book and I found him. And I called him and he never answered the phone. I'm like, this is not who should represent you. This isn't the kind of person that should represent anybody. Of
Well,
at least a person in power, such as that.
no, again, I'm and Larry Joko is joining us tonight. Hey, Larry, how you doing, my man?
Harry,
Hey, Larry, can you hear us?
Hi, Elizabeth. I'm here.
How you
hi
doing?
Larry.
Good. How are y'all?
Doing good, doing good. Just
Can you
talking
hear
about.
me?
Yes, can you hear us? Can you
Okay.
hear us? Can you hear us, Larry?
I hear you fine.
Perfect.
Awesome.
Larry, do you know Elizabeth?
No, I do not.
Never met, never met you. Hi Larry. Good evening.
How are
Larry,
you?
Elizabeth is newly elected board member up in Kingsville ISD.
If you've ever heard of Kingsville.
Believe me, I know Kingsville well.
There you go.
Good job. Elizabeth, what made this election cycle different from any other election cycle, do you think?
Well, I'm pretty sure that the fact that it was held during a general election, presidential election, that's that was different. Having to run for almost a year, that was different.
Uh,
So
let, how,
where's Larry from? I don't know Larry. Is
uh,
Larry?
Larry's from
Larry,
Brownsville.
Larry is in Brownsville. Larry is one of our veterans, and we wanted to get him on. Larry, how you doing, Larry?
Good. Yeah, Elizabeth, I am with the Warriors United in Arms. We are a local veterans group. Uh, our claim to fame is that we are the keepers of the last flag out of Vietnam.
Wow.
Oh, that's nice. Very nice. There was a guy here
We,
who
at the moment,
Jerry, Jerry Martinez, and he does quilts of honor, and he dedicates quilts to veterans, and that's pretty neat. That's something that's done around here.
yeah, the flag currently is in the vault at IBC Bank on 802 in Brownsville. It is there for everybody to see. The history of how we got it is just outside the vault. The flag goes. We go where the flag goes. Let's put it that way. It has been all over South Texas. It has been to the Armed Forces Bowl in Fort Worth, Texas. We have been invited to a couple of places around the country, but we are not big enough to be able to afford to get there. They have to send for us. We're awaiting some very special invites, and we're hopeful that one day that we will get there.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for your service, and thank you for preserving that bit of history that belongs not only to the city of Brownsville or to the United Arms, but also to our nation. Veterans Day, where we remember our veterans, honor our veterans. Am I right, Elizabeth?
Yes.
And
Yeah, we had
So are you
two.
Vietnam? Are you a Vietnam veteran?
I'm sorry.
We
Oh, are
had.
you Vietnam?
I'm sorry.
Are you a Vietnam veteran?
I am indeed. Yes.
Well, welcome home.
Thank you very much. Yeah, we had to cut all of the Veterans Day activities in Brownsville today. About the only thing we did is we had some very dear friends who made two wreaths that we placed at the Vietnam Memorial in front of Hannah High School. Erasmo is very familiar with Hannah High School.
Yes.
Where the names of 27 young men from Brownsville who were lost in the Vietnam War and two MIAs. And so we went over. We had to do something today, so we went over there and placed those wreaths in honor of not only those veterans but also all veterans, since we couldn't have our parade and or any of the other activities today for fear of too many people with possibly coming down with COVID.
Yeah, and one of
Sad
the
as
things
it
that
is.
it is very sad. One of the things that is prevalent is that our numbers throughout the state of Texas have jumped up. We are the number one state in the country that has coronavirus positives. We are up past 1 million in the state of Texas. We do have, if I'm not mistaken, the highest number of individuals who have passed away to coronavirus. And at the moment, we are considered the hotspot. The hotspot. One of the things that I think is very interesting is that the numbers have gone up dramatically up in the El Paso area. And if I'm not mistaken, there was an article up in Austin, Texas, that we were scheduled to get another one of these freezer trucks for individuals who have passed away from a morgue truck for individuals that have passed away. Uh, you know, uh, COVID-19 is still around us today, and we are expecting a second wave. Elizabeth, what is your take on the second wave coming in for coronavirus, and how are you going to fulfill your duties as a new board member with COVID-19?
Well, you have to support the superintendent. So that would be the number one goal during COVID is the superintendent's decisions and making sure you're on the right path and the right phases and how you open up the school, because we're currently in the opening up stage right now, but you have to think we have we got Thanksgiving, we got Christmas, we got New Year's. So yeah, I believe that wave's going to come, and that's one reason why I've kind of left my son at home. I don't think I'm going to be taking him back to school till next school year. We get out every once in a while, but mainly he's at home all the time. All the time. It's no fun. I feel bad for these little kids, but better to be safe than sorry. But there'll be another surge with all the family get-togethers and parties and dinners.
Well, unfortunately, it's part of our culture down here. Part of our culture is to have all these gatherings and have all these groups of people together. Larry, what's your take on the second wave coming in and affecting our community down here?
Our community?
Yeah.
Well, as we have heard from a number of people who are very familiar with what's going on, they are asking people during the holiday not to gather. If you're going to large families, if you're going to do anything, do it on the net. Do it on Zoom. Do it on Facebook. Something similar to what we're doing right now. So families can get together that way and not gather in great numbers. As you know, with the heritage that we have in the Rio Grande Valley, everybody loves to get together. And all that's going to do is enhance the possibility of additional COVID cases. Because if somebody has been out on the street and, God forbid they didn't have a face mask and they all gather together, what's going to happen?
What's your take?
And that's the sad.
What's your take, Larry, on having all our students and all our staff, really going back onto campuses?
If I had children that were school age, I wouldn't send them. I've talked to a lot of friends who have children school age, and they're not sending them. They just as soon they do it online to try and keep them as healthy as possible and keep the families healthy as possible.
Yeah, I think one of the things that we learned this week is Monday, all personnel from BISD is going to go back onto the campuses. All staff and a certain number of students. With that said, we already know that our students are coming out positive. Today we got the reports that some of our volleyball, basketball players from Pace have tested positive. Athletes from Porter have tested positive. Athletes from Hannah have tested positive. A lot of our personnel, a lot of our teachers have tested positive. Some of our teachers have passed away. With that said, Larry and Elizabeth, here in Brownsville, it is a failed experiment. With a limited number of personnel on campuses, limited number of students on campuses, our numbers are increasing in regards to staff. But with that data, with that information, they're still being sent back on campus.
Yep.
Sure. Like my Warriors. Go ahead, Elizabeth.
I want to just take this moment because I made this announcement before we went to phase 1 here is make sure that you have your will in place. Make sure that you have hopefully some life insurance so that no one has to take care of you. I mean, sometimes all you need is about $15 a month. So if you can afford that, get life insurance so that your family members aren't struggling to take care of you if you pass away. Get a living will and get a will. It'll be the best thing that you do.
Yeah. See, I'm very active in the Boy Scout program. My Boy Scouts and my Boy Scout troop, we have only met on Zoom for the past 6 months. And have we met face to face? Only once now in 6 months. That's it. That is it.
Yeah, right. But Ray, there's a lot of people that
our Warriors, we have not met since March. So we can't,
Yeah,
we're all getting older. We can't afford to get together. Should we spread it? So, yeah, I mean, we don't even meet outside.
yeah. You have to maintain. You have to keep yourself safe. One of the things that school will be online, but the campus students are better off at home, as well as teachers. Elizabeth, you were going to answer that.
Yeah, I mean that's true, but there's a lot of parents out there that cannot keep staying at home and affording their bills and not working so that they can stay home with their kids.
So you think
Which
that
is
you think people should be sending the
So that
kids?
isn't, no, I think it should be optional. I think if a parent wants to take their kid in, I think it's their choice. There's a lot of parents out here that have to have a job in order to survive. They can't stay at home for a year. That somehow have to put a roof over their heads and food in their tummies and keep their lights on. There's a lot of people in that situation. $1,200 only goes but so far. I'm in a fortunate situation where I live in a household where one person can take care of the whole household. Now, if I didn't have my husband, I would have to take my kids to school if it was required of them. Or if they were, excuse me, let me rephrase it. If it was allowed for my child to go to school face to face.
I think the biggest
do
concern
you
here.
work? Do you work?
No, I don't currently work right now, but even if I did, I'm a massage therapist. So I in my line of work is very intimate. So I don't even think I would work if I could.
Elizabeth, how many years have I known you, Elizabeth?
How many? For 4 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for 4 or 5 years for my damn massage.
For your what?
I actually kept the offer that you sent me via messenger. 4 or 5
Yeah,
years.
I mean, one day after COVID, shoot, I don't know how long this is gonna take. But yeah, I mean, even if I did work, I mean, massage therapy I could work 3 hours a day, if that, and manage to keep a roof over my head at that salary. They make more than $1 a minute. But
I've been waiting 4 or 5 years. There wasn't any COVID 4 or 5 years ago.
so, if
What
I
happened?
didn't have my husband, I would have to go to work, and I'd be putting myself at risk for getting COVID and then come home and give it to my kid.
We're
So
talking
what's the
about
difference?
That's it.
we're talking about my
That's
needs.
right.
Yeah. What about why didn't I get my massage 4 or 5 years ago?
I think it was a schedule conflict, if I
Is
can
that
remember right.
like one of those broken
It had
promises?
something to do with marketing. It had something to do with marketing. I mean, I'm always down. Like, I need training. I haven't massaged in so long, so I need practice.
Is that one of those broken promises from
No,
pre-politician?
still down. Still down.
The name Bessie Gutierrez. So Larry, we just recently had national elections, and we still have our a president that hasn't conceded. What's your take on the presidential elections?
Don't go there with me.
Come on, Larry, spill it.
No. Nope.
Elizabeth, what's your take, Elizabeth?
He has.
Huh?
It's weird. I haven't really kept up with it, but from what I've heard is, you have a tight race, and then all of a sudden, all these, provisional and mail-in ballots come in, and they're all for Biden, 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 Biden. It just, there's no evenness of those numbers coming. It seems weird, but I'm sure if there was a legal recount that Biden would win. So why fight it? I hope he takes this moment and opens up a news company like Trump, not fake news, and then we can start watching that from now on.
So you think Trump should just give it up?
Well,
I don't know.
it's going to hurt our country, guys. I'll tell you that right now.
Well, you know why it's going to hurt our country, Larry?
Taxes.
Why?
Taxes, socialism, taxes. open borders, uh, thousands and upon tens of thousands of individuals, coming across this wonky little three little bridges here in Brownsville, and who's going to put them up? We've got three
How do you
thousand.
know?
We have 3,000 people just 500 feet away from where I'm at right now. 3,000 people coming, coming to Brownsville.
Yeah.
We can't support. We're the poorest community in the country, and
Well, they'll put them on buses and then they'll
we're,
bus them
we're,
out of here somewhere
we're,
else.
we're gonna send them all to Kingsville.
Please
That's what I
do.
was
We
getting
need
ready to say. It's
to.
exactly right. All right. Well, let's get away from the political end of it and let's talk about some other stuff.
All right, what do you want to talk about, Larry?
Well, I want to talk about what we do best, our Warriors. Our Warriors are a group of people that will do anything for anybody, and that's important. We have been out, we have helped families who have nothing. We have helped a widow who has nothing. We're not the wealthiest organization around, but we had somebody who could not afford to pay their electric bill, and we helped them out. Probably the best story we can tell is we had a young man who received a call from VA in Harlingen who said, "Hey, this young man can't go to work. His car's broken. Can we help fix it? What's it going to cost to fix the car? It's going to cost a couple $1,000. We don't have that kind of money." So what did we do? We went to the manager of Walmart and said, "Hey, we got a young man who can't go to work. They're going to fire him," and which they did. And so what did he do? And he's from Brownsville. We got him a bicycle so he could go to work. And the next thing we know, Walmart hired him.
There you go. That's cool.
Those are the kind of things that the Warriors do. We help people. We help those veteran families who need help, and some who aren't even veterans. But we're all getting older. What we need are younger members. If you saw today's newspaper with all of the veterans in there, we're going to try and contact most of those guys to see if they'll become warriors and be part of an organization that helps our city.
Awesome. Now the moped is going to cost $25 with Biden. Isn't that crazy, Alex? It's crazy. Let me ask you. Do y'all help anyone and everyone out there, or do y'all solely help veterans or individuals who are currently serving in the military?
Primarily veterans is who we help, because again we don't have the funds to be helping everybody, and we get out and we do various events to try and raise money. Charlie Days is our biggest fundraiser, but there'll be no Charlie Days in February, and so we're out there, and so we live off of what money we come in with, donations or otherwise, and that's how we can help people. So,
you know that I've always been a big fan of everything that y'all do, Larry. And come February or anytime, if there's anything I can do to help y'all out, you give me a holler, man.
Who? Oh, you?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you need anything from me, you got me on your side.
Yeah. Yeah, we always have.
Do you have a web page or a Facebook that people can go to get information about what you do?
We do have a web page, and it's being worked on as we speak to bring it up even further so people can get hold of us.
Good.
So,
Good job. Well, how many people in Brownsville make over $400,000 who will be taxed that big rate? Well, actually, Rene Gutierrez lives in Edinburgh. Sorry, I had to get that. Sorry. You should have hooked him up with an old scooter. Oh, yeah. I mean, I actually have one. Combat Vets is a biker club that also helps vets Thank y'all for y'all service. Thank you, Tammy. Thank the biker vets. Happy Veterans Day to Jesus Cerda Vidal. Happy Veterans Day to all those who serve. Why is there feedback? Because no one has a better system than I do.
Why is there feedback from what?
I think it's there's a little echo, but it's just
Oh,
it's
is
coming.
there? Okay, I don't hear it. I don't hear it.
Yeah, it's Elizabeth's fault.
Okay. Oh, are we strictly on? Are we strictly on Facebook and Messenger?
We're on
Facebook.
Facebook and YouTube.
And where? YouTube. Okay. Okay.
Do you all have a YouTube channel, Larry?
Do we know?
See, I can
You
help.
guys should get a Facebook page for the Warriors. Definitely get a Facebook page. That would help.
Yeah, I think we have one. I need to go back and look. I can't. I can't answer that question.
It's Liz. Yeah, it is Liz. Well, see, one of the things that I think I can help y'all out, Larry, is I can help set y'all's Facebook page up, and I can help y'all get your like live streaming stuff ready for y'all. So whenever y'all need a powwow or something, you let me know.
Okay, we can do that.
So what are your plans for this upcoming year? Since we've had our legs cut from under us. What are y'all plans for this next year?
Well, the next year, we do a major program at Hannah High.
I remember.
We've done it now for 3 years, and it gets a little bit bigger each year. We brought in helicopter and landed it at Hannah, and we have the and there'll be no riots in Brownsville. Uh, but
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, not gonna happen anyhow. We probably one of my better moments being a warrior is the the fact that when we went to Hannah and it restored my absolute faith in our youth is
Yeah.
the Hannah ROTC escorted the flag with more reverence than I think I've ever seen it done by the military, and it was amazing. And we said it in the lobby in Hannah, and you can't imagine how many of the kids uh, answer Enrique Martinez, yes. Uh, how many kids wanted to be part of the honor guard for that flag? Uh, yeah, if Mr. Martinez, if you'll get hold of me, you get hold of Erasmo. He'll tell you how to get hold of me, and we'll be glad to have you join the group. But those kids were absolutely amazing. They really were.
Yeah,
Yeah, they have a new they have a new sergeant over there, I think, within the last couple of years. I'm not too sure. It's been a while. My daughter did JRTC at Hannah. It was good.
Really? Yeah, there he is, and he's a fine young man. We were with him this morning for a little while.
let me tell you, our students here in Brownsville, they are amazing. All our students, not only at Hannah but at our other high schools, very, very well disciplined. Very courteous, very kind, and I'm very, very proud of the young folk here, and I'm very, very proud of what y'all do, Larry. I appreciate the constant interaction with the community, the constant interaction with our students. It's important, it's important to educate our students, in regards to everything that our local veterans or our veterans in general have done for this country. And it's important to make them feel a part of that history. And once we stop telling that history in the way it happened, and the great acts of heroism that transpired at every single war that we fought as a country, once we stop sharing those stories, it's a sad day for this country.
Yeah, we need to get more of our older vets whose time is coming up to tell their stories, so they're kept in posterity forever.
I
Important.
remember this gentleman. Thank you for your sacrifice and service. I got to meet you when you took the helicopter. I salute you, sir. Hurrah! Hurrah! Thank you, Mr. Joko. I would love to join your group. I am 1980 Hannah graduate and was in JRTC and a veteran as well.
Outstanding. We'll take him.
Good job.
We need young people.
Well, yeah, Enrique, compared to Larry, Enrique is a youngin.
Thank you. Erasmo.
And
True.
me and Larry go back a long, long way. We can joke with each other that way.
So if a veteran needed like a wheelchair ramp for his home, you guys would like buy supplies and get together and do that on a weekend or something? Is that kind of what you guys do?
Exactly. We have done that. We had a vet who needed a wheelchair, and we got one. And now we have two as backup. And what we do is we loan it to him till he doesn't need it anymore. And if another veteran needs one, we've got it. So if they need walkers, we got them. So we're getting them from people.
Well, that's awesome. So, Larry, one of the things that again we want to encourage everyone out there. Anyone, if you know any other veterans that want to join the group, please reach out to Larry. Reach out to myself, and we will definitely get you in touch with the right folk, so that we could continue sharing stories with our community. And that hit my foot, and helping.
Fall out of your chair or what?
No, I my charger hit my foot, and I'm actually wearing chanclas. Hey, this is Brownsville.
Are you wearing colored socks with it too?
I was actually wearing my pink socks, my alien socks, but I took those off.
Oh my God! You refer to them as chunkless. We refer to them as Ho Chi Minh racing slicks.
That just goes to show how old Larry is.
Correct.
He's showing his age. Elizabeth, love you, Elizabeth. I'm going to call you afterwards so we could powwow a little bit. Do good for our kids up there in Cujo. I know you will. And continue to be strong. And I think Ray, Royal, and I think Manny and I are planning to go visit sometime soon. So we're going to do a quick old trip and have a big old powwow over there. Social distancing, of course, and maybe I'll get my massage.
Oh, God, you're asking for a lot. All right, we'll see about that.
Larry, any last words? Any other words of encouragement? Anything else?
Thank you very much for the opportunity to be here and talk about veterans and Veterans Day.
Hey, let's again, anyone out there that is interested in being a part, please reach out to Larry, reach out to myself, reach out to Carlos Elizondo. Carlos Elizondo has his contact information as well, and we'll get you be a part of that. And again, Larry, whatever y'all need from me, I'm here for you, guy.
I appreciate it very much, Erasmo.
Guys,
thank you, Larry.
Guys, social distance. Guys, please take care of each other. Know that we are about to enter that second wave that we've been told about. My husband is a 21-year-old Army veteran. Super proud of him. Joe Jose Ortiz. Yes, Carlos Elizondo 2021. Carlos Elizondo is ready for city commission. Awesome, guys. Please, hand sanitizer, social distance, wear your face mask, please, and guys, be good to each other, and please continue to be good to me. God bless.
Take care, y'all. Thank you very much, Elizabeth. Nice talking with you.